Whew, old Fat Man climbing the hill. Well, hello, ladies. Looks promising. Not as promising as that, but for what they've been through, it looks promising. It's really hard to do one-handed, I just want you to know. Looks like bees to me. If I do away with that silly zoom, it would help a lot, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, that made them happy. Girls, if y'all will be good, I'll be good. Actually, looks like there's not a lot going on in this top box. And I'm not turning the camera around for you to get the full explanation of why I'm not going into the bottom one right now, because you're not going to laugh at me for wearing my wife's turby twist with my black Harley t-shirt. A little bit later this evening, when it cools down and they all come in and they really get a little bit irritable, I'll go in and tear into the bottom one and we'll check a little deeper. It's actually kind of leading me to believe that possibly they're taking everything out of the top box. Well, there's no possibly. They are taking everything out of the top box. And if they've moved it down, that will really be a good thing if they're full enough and there's enough brood in there so it looks like they can draw my home super out, because as you can probably tell, I do not run doubles, and I would really like to get that split back apart and set up normal. The one beside it may look like doubles, but that's two blue supers. I run all 10 frame Hive bodies with a shallow, not a medium, shallow supers. And I guess the best reason for that is hereditary. That's what the generation before me and the generation before him done. the main thing is here where we live, you've got this crazy hill to go down. Back when takes me back to one of those rambling stories that I get into. Back when the tracheal mite thing hit, my dad had 79 stands of bees. I was 10 or 12 years old. Lost them all. Lost down to single digits that first year. The next year had none from 79, and was looking for swarms to actually get started back in the bee business. And after he started back and got back up to about 7, 8 hives, he was having a bonfire one day, burning old rotten bee equipment. And I noticed he kept putting these supers in there. They look good. Frames look good. And I asked him, I said, what are you doing? And he said, that's them old big supers. That's what he called them. He said, and I forget what the measurements are. They're not a whole lot different, but when you go to reading about them, shallow I think holds 40 pounds, and a medium holds 60 pounds. But anyway, his way of thinking on it was, if you get one of them with 10 frames of honey fully drawn out, and you go to packing it down this hill and into the basement where he worked his honey up at, he seemed to think I would understand that just exactly what that was all about. So I took that lesson without having to learn it for myself. I would really, truly love to run all deeps and nothing but deeps. Not even full with any supers at all. Would it work? I really don't know. But again, that takes us back to this hill. No, it would not work here.
A few moments later.
Well, I'm a horrible person. I said later today, that was 3 days ago. But we're getting ready to check on them and see what's going on. Well, a little pollen. Little pollen, and I don't think that's hive beetle slime, because there wasn't but one hive beetle when we went in there. I don't know what has gone on here. And then again, I guess I do have a good idea what's going on here. There's absolutely nothing in there. They have been totally robbed clean. I don't know if the bees that were in there have gone to a tree somewhere. Have no idea what's going on there, but they are completely empty, completely gone. So 7 minus 1 equals positive. That was a real screw up. 7 minus 1 equals 5. Now, run that by some of them mathematical geniuses. And we do have the next one over. Looks like they may have a little bit of a crowding issue going on. And I'm hoping we can take care of that for the girls. And I don't know how well you can see it, but that home super is completely full. If only there were a pile of supers somewhere right in the yard. I'll be back with you. I just put a super on this one on the end. That's the one you just saw that had all the comb on top of everything. And, you know, there's the little blue one. 3-pound package. That money's gone. Replacement queen. That money's gone. This swarm over here on the end that was huge and went queenless that I tried to combine with them. Well, that time and effort's gone. But, hey, I've got 5. 5's easier to work than 7, right? Okay, now we're over on the next one here. You see they've got everything drawed out. They just don't have it finished, but they've got everything with the exception of the outside 2 frames there, 2 frames over here. Everything is almost fully drawn out. We're going to see what we can do. We'll throw another box on them and give them a little incentive. Now this is the one with the 2 blue supers on it here. I guess I should have put a 3rd blue super on it, but I've got a white one together. I'm going to see if I can get in them without them eating my face off. Official 0 tolerance hive tool here. And if you look, if you can see down in there, those are all drawn out with the exception of the corners of the outside frame here and the outside frame over here, and those are nice. Those are, well, they'll be extractable because they're drawn out past the edges if they'll just fill them now. Well, it's looking like a bee yard. So nobody but me and you knows that that one's dead and the top super on all of these is empty. And then these 2 over here are getting ready to get a super. There's the frames. I'm going to try running a strip of starter comb in them. I'm not going to run the whole thing because you can see the luck that I have with full sheets. I cannot get them to stay. It just doesn't happen. I can tell you that any frames that I buy from now on, I will probably I'll either stick to the strips, but for the most part, I think I will probably go with plastic, you know, waxed plastic foundation. Do the bees do as good on it? No, absolutely not. Some people will argue and say, oh, mine do just as good. Well, mine don't. They do better on foundation, and that's just that. But for the convenience factor of it, I will go with wax plastic. I am doing 9 frame adapters. I do have one box up there that is a 10 choked down to an 8. And I have no idea. Thank you to whichever one of my buddies that it was that gave it to me, because I know I didn't do that. But it may work out absolutely spectacular. And, you know, I did do several choke down to 9s a few years back. I've never tried an 8, which I'll let you know very shortly how that works, because that was one of those that I showed you up there that just waiting on them to finish filling and capping. You know, it was all pulled out. So we'll see what happens there. I'm gonna get these two together, and there's the boss woman. See, she does actually do more than just make mean remarks about me and threaten me. You know, she actually does stuff. Very rarely, but she does. This one that I'm getting into right now is that last package, the 3-pound package that I put in when I wasted the money on the queen on that one over there. And these ladies right here are beyond being in need of a super. They probably would have been better off for the old fat guy just to go ahead and take the home super away from them and give them this one. But we'll hold off and see what happens there. That is going to take us down to this one, and I've cheated. I've been in them. I already know they're getting a super. And if my earbuds are hooked to the phone and you can actually hear the video, yay. If not, I apologize. And I'm not sure, I've been messing with settings, so this whole video may be sideways. If it is, I'm going to post it anyway. Just sit on the couch with your head cocked over sideways and enjoy the content. And I'll do better next time. Or maybe I won't. I'll try to do better next time. I've messed with everybody else with that one, and I'm not putting it on for you. Oh, wow. I've waited a little too long. I just ripped honey off with the inner cover. Which, as long as I've got them opened up and they can hear me, you know, I'll just tell you, that's their home super, that's theirs. I won't even mess with that. Then as soon as I get this lid on, I'll go ahead and tell you, here in about 2 weeks, if I've got a little bit drought out in this other super, they're getting it. I'm taking that super full of pretty. Looks to me, with the color of it, it's probably sourwood. Everybody loves firewood. Except me. I'm the exception to the rule. I like poplar. Most people in this area, they go crazy over lin, made from basswood. I despise it. I'll sell it to you if I can get 20 boxes. I'll sell y'all 20 of them. Now my poplar, I do thoroughly enjoy it, but the light honey, I can buy a bag of sugar. It serves the same purpose to me. I just don't like the flavor. And other than carrying some old comb down that I was going to use, that's pretty much the end of this. Set that inner cover there because I noticed that the box on the end, or the one beside it, has a piece of garbage for an inner cover, homemade out of paneling, genuine 1977 variety paneling, looks like, which is fine and dandy, except it seems to be coming apart. So that's it for today's disaster. Looks like I lost two in one attempt to save one. But I'm big and tough and manly, and I'll get over it eventually.